we discuss about test case design techniques. So we have discussed in the last class about what are the types of testing life cycle. We have discussed about the testing life cycle and we have discussed the types of testings. And today's we are going to be discussing about types testing design techniques. So the testing design techniques is nothing but we are going to testing any application and we are going to be writing the sequence of steps to resolve that or we can say that to satisfy the functionality we are following some uh, steps, I can say that. So while designing a test design, so what is test design? First we will see that one. So test design is a process of creating a test plan or test strategy. So what is test plan, what is strategy, we will discuss. Plan is nothing but to do our testing process. What are the strategy we are going to be following is nothing but the strategy. So everyone will follow some strategy to solve particular task. So here also to do particular task, we are going to performing some activities. Now, what I can say that we test plan is a detailed document how to test the application. So I want to test the application. So what are the strategy I'm going to follow? We will discuss. So it include all the features and the functionalities. What are the features we have to test? What are the functionality we have to test? We are going to be checking that things. And a test design aims to identify the software defect entire software defects. If I'm testing any applications after going to the production, it is better to identify defects at the early stage of the development life cycle before it is going to release in the production. So after going to the market and getting back to the back to the company, it will be a big problem. So to avoid this one, we are going to follow we are going to be following some strategies and we are going to be following some plans. Here the testing team what is responsible to design all the aspects of testings. So what it means, what they have to design means, first thing they have to design the test data. So whenever I'm testing any applications, first I need to uh, check the functionality. First, what is the functionality I'm going to be checking here is what is the functionality here. I'm going to checking with the data. So data is most important. So whenever I'm using the correct data, then only I can able to log into the application and further I can able to continue my testing. So here what I'm going to do is here I'm selecting the correct data. So what is the correct data? Here they have given the correct data. So I'm using this correct data, admin 123, and I'm clicking on login button. Uh, so I'm able to log into this particular applications. So first thing what we have to check, determine what data to use in the test case design. So what data we have to use? We have to use the correct data, whatever the data us to work on that particular application, reporting all the software accepts in either designing table and all the potential errors mistakes based on the previous versions. So I have tested one applications, I found some bugs. have reported that bugs to the developer. The developer has worked on it. So when they have corrected it, I told you we are going to be performing the regression testing. So once I have performed the regression testing and it is working fine or not, I have to check it. Sometimes I have to check the retesting also whether it is working for all the test data or not. So I have to test each and every scenario and we have to work on it. So what is test plan? So I told you test plan is a detailed document which describes the activities which we have to performing the testing. So test plan is nothing but if you want to join any classes or if you want to do any work, you will prepare a plan. So similarly here also, to perform the testing we are going to be planning. So in the test plan, what it contains means it is a document that containing all the information necessary, uh, plan and execute the software project. Uh, it containing the scope of testing, it containing the objective of testing, it contain the activities which we have to perform in each level of testing. So test plan should define the scope of the testing, effect, risk, what are the risk assumptions associated with the project, and describe the approach that given that should be taken care of developing the project in any stage. So at the early stage, whenever I'm testing the application, whenever I'm delivering the projects, what are the things I have to take care while delivering the projects, what are the things I have to take care, everything I have to check and identify. So what is the difference between test case designing and test case plan? So test case design is focusing on how to test the software, while test plan how to test the software. So test plan focus on what to test, when to test. So here test case design is nothing but uh, how to test. So I'm having the functionality. So here I'm having this functionality, admin functionality I'm having. So in this admin functionality, how to test this one? So if I have entered the admin username and I am clicking on this search button, what it has to do, it has to display the admin detail, admin record, it has to display. So whether it is displaying or not, I'm going to be checking. So test plan is nothing but it focus on what to test. So in this project, what we have to test, the admin features, pm PIM, leaves, time management, recruitment, my information, performance, dashboard. I have to test this one. And when to test this one? So once I have logged into the applications, I'm going to test. Who will do this testing? So testers will do this testing. So who will perform the manual testing, or who is performing the automation testing, and what are the resources is needed. So basic test plan is nothing but the essential of the software testing. So main, it is a consisting of from the starting of the testing till the ending of the testing, we can say that in the plan. So test case design is focusing on the functionality of that application. So help design help in creating the efficient test cases, while test plan help in organizing the plan of testing process. So how to write the test cases? First thing, how to write the test cases. So if you want to write any test cases, we having some templates. So this is the template. I will copy these templates too. So first one, requirement ID, test case type. So what type of test case? What is the priority of the test case? Test case ID number, test scenario, or test summary. We can say that if we need preconditions, what is the preconditions? What are the test steps we are going to be following? What we have expected? What actually while testing? What actual result we are getting? What is the result for it, whether the result is passed or failed. If it is failed, so what is why it was failed, that comment we will write. If I want to use the data, test data I am going to be using. So we will start working with the orange HRMS application. Just for this functionality I want to log into this one. So first I will mention the requirement. So this is the requirement ID. So the requirement ID basically we will get from the RTM template. So it is not so important. You can give the numbers also, the sequence of number. Test case type. So I told you we are going to be testing in the 4 types of testing. One is the positive testing. While writing the test case, we are going to be checking the positive testing, validation testing. We are going to perform these types of testing. So this is the old format which I am going to be following. So I will tell you the latest one. So priority. So priority, which is important to test the functionality. So this without login I can't able to perform with the positive testing. So I will make it as a priority P1. So first I have to make the high priority. P1 is the high priority. Some companies will say P4 is a high priority. It's depending on the company standards. So someone will say that P1 is a high. Someone will say that P4 is a high. Test case ID. So my application orange H. So I'm giving the orange HRMS application. My application number. So if I want to give the login functionality, I can give the login functionality. Generally I'm writing applications and if I want to mention as a 00, I am decided that around 800 test cases I have to design. So I am going to be mentioned as 001. Below 1000 test cases I have to write it. So I am writing the index as this one. Or some companies will write the test cases naming uh, like sorry sheet 6. Here also they will write TC hyphen like this they can write it. So now we are using the Jira. Jira will directly generate the test case ID. So there is no need to mention this one. This is the old traditional way which we are following. Test scenario or test case summary. So what I want to do here, verifying. I want to verify the login valid credentials. Validate with the valid credentials. So I'm going. This is the uh, test case summary. So next one, what we have to do, preconditions. So preconditions means before performing the uh, test scenario activities, what we have to perform. So if I want to log into these applications, what I need, next step, open browser. I want. It's not entering. This one. So next step, what I need to open URL. I need to open URL. Whether I'm able to opening that URL or not, I have entered. First step, what is the first step? Test step. So what is the first step which I am going to be performing here? I am clicking on here. First click on here, enter admin. Then click on password, enter password. Click on sign in. I'm getting it is navigating to successfully to the dashboard. So here first one, enter username. Second step, login button. So these three steps I'm going to be following. What I'm expecting here, it should successfully login and navigate to dashboard. So it should successfully navigate. So we will first write the different types of test cases. So next one, we write the negative test cases, making it as a priority P2. I am writing as a 002, verifying the login with invalid credentials. Valid credentials. So preconditions will be the same as per this one only. So here what I have to write it. Yeah, what I have to write it first step. Enter in name. password, and so what here I am expecting? Invalid username, if I have entered invalid password, if I am clicking on sign login button, here what I'm expecting, here I should get as an invalid credential. If it is getting it, I can say that my test case has been passed. So and this is negative scenario. In negative scenarios also we are going to be performing the permutations and combinations. So here in negative scenarios also what we are going to be doing means, in the negative scenarios we are going to be checking uh, like username with invalid and password as valid. We can check it. Username with valid and password invalid. We can check it, and we can check uh, username blank and password data. We can check it, and we can check username with data and password blank. We can check it, and we can check both uh, username blank, username and password blank. We can perform these types of negative scenarios. So if I have entered invalid password and I have entered correct username, if it is login, it will be not correct. So my application is not having the security. So that's why what I have to do, I have to check in all the accepts. So with the invalid username I have to check, with the invalid password I have to check, with the null data also I have to check. So you have to write the test cases like this. So in the negative scenario only, I'm going to verify the login with, going to check with the blank and so this will be the same for every, most of for this functionality it will be the same. Here what are the steps I have to enter? Data, okay, and write it, click enter, click enter. So 2 times I have clicked enter, and so here I have clicked enter, and I have clicked enter. Have, or else I can write like this also. Directly I can write it directly without entering anything. Data So why should we write it clearly? Because if anyone working on, when anyone see your test cases, they should understand each and every scenario. That's why you have to mention it correctly. In second step, button. So if you're clicking on login button, what it has to do? It should display as enter required field. Message like enter the required fields. So whether it is allowing to enter the required fields or not, we have to test it. So similarly, we can write for another verification, verify with invalid username and valid invalid username and access step valid password. Step 3. Login button. What it should display? What it has to display? Have given something. Have given the password ADM9143. I have clicked on here. So what it is giving? Invalid credentials. So what it has to give? It has to give as invalid credentials. Similarly, if I have used both invalid, it has to give. So we can write a number of negative test cases. So you can follow writing the test cases like this. So next one, we are going to be discuss the GUI test cases, or we can say that it is a cosmetic test cases. So here I am making as a three type of test cases. You can write the number, how many test cases you are writing, you can write the number. So GUI test cases, what I have to verify it. So in my current applications, I want to check the color of this application. So it should be displayed in the orange color. So whether it is displayed in the orange color or not, I have to see. Or I can see that this spelling is title is displayed or not. I want to check it. I want to check this is aligned properly or not. I need to check it. So these types of statements, if I want to test it, what I can do, generally I am going to be writing a test case in a simple way, verifying the alignment of application, login page, with login page only. So for this one also, here what I have to check, alignment, uh, username and password, username password, uh, login button, align center or not, I need to test it. For example, here what I'm expecting, it should align, and we can test it. Or sometimes another GI what I verify the page title should be in bold. So for that precondition, here what I need, here I'm having a single step test of check the title page with bold, and sometimes I want to check the color, uh, size also I need to check it. So what I am expecting here, it should some size, so size equals to, they have given the size equals to 5 for example. Size should be 5, color should be orange, we can mention it. And validation, so validation is nothing but, suppose if I want to validating the test cases. So what I have to validate, the password entering only 8 characters. So I have to validate, if it is entering more than 8 characters, it has to give the alert messages. If it is we are entering the password, if less than 6 characters, it has to give alert messages. So for that one, enter username. I want to enter the username, password with more than 8 characters. Whenever, if I'm it should display alert messages based on the condition. So for I'm having some applications, taking example of phone numbers only. I'm having here and present form. Yeah, I'm having this form. So if I'm email validations, I want to check it. So email validation, it should contain, if I have entered like this, it should give a alert message. Name I have given, here I have given phone number as a character, say. So if I am giving the phone numbers as a characters, it should give alert messages. So phone number should consisting of numbers. If I'm giving the numbers, so what it is giving the suggestion, it should contain the numbers starting from 6, 7, 8, 9 only. I'm starting with the 2. So it is the alert message. So it is giving the alert message. So this type of validations we have to perform, whether we are starting with the 6 or 7, it is accepting the number or not. If I'm giving less number also, it has to give the alert messages. If I'm entering the 10 digits only, it should accept all my 10 digits number. So these types of validations. Email also, I have taken the email, register now. So what it is giving, enter is invalid. So every time it should contain the @ some value.com. Now it is accepting this value. So now it is not giving any validation. Okay. So here validations we can verify. Email validation. Here what email? Email, and in email box enter email I'm writing. With valid data. So what it has to give here, it should contain @ it should contain and valid format. So here I can verify the phone number also. So here with valid data. Ten digits. It has to, if we have not entered the 10 digit, it has to give the alert message. So whether it is giving the alert message or not, we have to test it. So we can write these types of test cases. So next thing you will get a doubt when I have to write the actual result. So when you are going to write this actual result, so I have drafted more than 100 test cases like this. So next duty of me is I will first, what I will do means, when the developer is making ready of that application, I will write the test cases on these applications. Once I have written the test case, once the developer has given me build, then I will perform the testing on that particular build. So I will start executing my test cases. So in the STLC we have discussed. First we will test case development, then environment setup, then executing the test cases. So I will start executing the test cases. So when I'm working, if I'm getting the same thing, same results, I'm saying that the test case has been passed. So we will not write the comment. So what test data have used? Username as admin, password as admin 123. Invalid, what data have used it? For username, write something. I have entered some value. So what data I have taken, I can write it. If needed, I can write it. If I don't want, I can leave that one also. So here also, if the expected result, actual result is both, means we can make our test case as a pass. Suppose it is not giving me correct data. It is not giving me as invalid credentials. It is giving the other one, for example. So I can make the test case as a fail. So why it was failed? So it accepting any data into the application, for example. And it is logging to the application. So what we can do, we can make it as a test case fail, and we can raise a defect for it. We can raise a defect. How to raise the defect means we will follow some templates to raise the defects, or we will follow some standard to raise the defects. So defects is going to be raised in some other versions. So we can raise the defects in Jira. We can raise the defects in HMI Rally. We can raise the defect ALM. We can use it. We can use it AML. We can use in the Azure board. So we can. Or we can write in a simple Excel file also. We can maintain the defects. So we will see how to raise the defects in the upcoming classes. So here we are going to be following these types of templates. So as template standards, there are the different types of template standards we having. I will show. This is another type of template which we are going to be followed. So here test case ID. So you can mention the test case ID, test description. Pre-request is nothing but the precondition, and post request. So afterwards, what I want to do? Afterwards, I want to log out to these applications. So you can write it. So here the step 1, what actions enter, what actions you are giving, what input you are giving, what output, what browser you are going to be using, and what is the result. So heading is the difference, but same functionality which we are going to be following here. So if we having the bug, so bug is also, we can mention this one in this format, bug ID. What is that bug? Validating the bug. What is the status of that bug? So what is the severity? What is the priority of that bug? And what is the description of that bug? If we need, we can add the screenshot of that bug, and in which version we got it, and reported by whom, and assigned to which developer we have assigned. We can maintain like this. So here also we having the bug life cycle. So here we can maintain, we can write the test scenarios like this. So validation test cases, you can mention it, and you can write positive test cases, negative test cases, GUI test cases, and validation test cases. You can write it. Okay. So heading, types of test cases, priority. So this one is not so important. These three I mainly concentrate on test scenario, precondition, test steps, expected result, actual results. This from E to I, these things is most important. So whenever you are testing the applications, you have to you have to write the actual result. First, you are not going to be writing the test actual result. So what in the organizations, what they will do means they will assign some manual testers will be there. They will write the test cases. Once they have written, per day they are going to be writing minimum 30 to 40 test cases based on the complexity. If it is simple test cases, they can write around 60 to 70 test cases per a day. So they are going to be writing the test cases, and in my team there are the 5 people. So one guy is writing the 2 guys are writing the test cases, and another 3 guys, when the bill came, they will start the executing of these test cases, and they will test the functionality. They will open this sheet, and uh, they will read these test cases, and they will start executing these test cases, and they will complete the functionality of test cases. If they found any bug, they will report. So why we are writing the test cases? So we can test the test applications randomly without writing the test cases. uh, but what are the disadvantages? What disadvantages we are going to be faced? I mean, first thing, what we have tested, we may forgot it. If some person has tested some application, from up to 70% he has tested, and he left the organization, or he moved to another project, or something else happened. So where he has left, there is a no proof. So to maintain the data and to maintain the flow of that applications, what is going to be happening? So we are going to be uh, tracking what functionality we have covered, and we can give the proof to the client also. These functionality I have completed, and these functionalities, so these test cases I have tested, so these test cases has passed, so this test cases has failed, so I have raised a bug, so developer has updated, and I have retested this one, and then now it is working fine. I can mention like this. Okay, so that's why we are going to be writing the test cases to make ensure that we have tested this particular applications, and we can maintain the status of this particular application. uh, So here we are writing the test scenarios, or some companies will say the test summaries, or some companies will say that as the test description also. Anything is similar. Scenario is different. Test summary is different. Don't think like that. Everything is will be the same. And preconditions is nothing but what we have to do. For these applications we have login, we have open. For other applications, suppose I want to, after login I want to click on admin part. I want to click on this admin part. In admin part, I'm having many functionalities. I'm having job, I'm having organizations, I am having quality. In quality also, I'm having skills, education, license, language, membership, nationality. I'm having. I need to check these many functionalities. So in the preconditions, I'm going to be, after login, I had to log into the application precondition. Third step, click on admin. So here I can write mention like this, and next the functionality is also going to be changed. So here suppose if I want to work on this user management, end user, I want to check it. So I can write a test cases like a login with username and search it. I can write blank username, select admin and search it. So what I am getting? A hint, I can give the hint and I can search it. I can give the enable and search it, or else I can give all this one and I can search it. I can click on this add button and I can search it. So we can perform n number of scenarios. So if I click on job, we can go to the job title and we can check what are the titles is available here. If I want to delete the job title, whether I'm able to deleting this job title or not. So it has to, whenever I'm deleting, it has to give a successful message, it has to be deleted, whether it is deleted or not. If I want to add a new one, I've added the content. So if I'm giving, not giving the title, it has to give a alert message, whether it is giving the alert message or not. So it has added successfully. See here, content is added here. So I have given the job description, so job description is also added here. So you have to check and you have to follow writing the test cases like this. If I'm selecting all, so if you want to delete all, it has to delete all. If you want to make it as ascending, you can make it as ascending. If you want to make it as a descending, you can make it as a descending. Okay, you can make it as a descending order and ascending order. Suppose if you see here, it is overlapping with something, so it is a bug. You can mention it ascending, we can able to see, but we are not able to see the descending. It is a defect. You can make it as a defect. You can report to the developers. If you feel, sometimes we will feel it is a silly thing, but if it is a silly thing also, you need to raise the defects. That is the most important thing in the testing. So what is the defect, what is the defect life cycle, we will see in tomorrow's upcoming classes. Thank you.